there's a guy that we haven't talked about in basketball right now that I think is an absolute buy right now,
Okay.
and it's LeBron James.
Yep.
I mean, his value, like people just don't even are not thinking about him right now. They're like,
Yeah.
Lakers are a complete afterthought. I know we've talked about the Lakers several times. It's kind of like buying a Yankees card. They're always going to have value, but LeBron James right now, like he's being seen like on beaches and on the sidelines. His cards, I'm sure, are down. I mean, I didn't do any pre-work on this. It just kind of came to my mind. I don't know how far his cards are down, but if you're going to invest in a guy who's not in the limelight right now, LeBron might be a good
Yeah.
play
Yeah, that's true. I mean,
because we
LeBron,
know where his market's going to be eventually. Like he's going to go down as one of the best. He's probably going to get involved with some sort of ownership after he retires. Like you're going to see his son. Like if you're going to, if you have been sleeping on LeBron cards for the last, whatever, 15 years, now might be a great time when his prices are a little bit low. Would be if the Lakers were in the playoffs right now and he was scoring 40, having 15 rebounds and 15 assists, his cards will be going nuts, right?
Yeah, oh, absolutely. And we have seen a bit of a dip. Like our most recent pricing updates in the cards that we're tracking that we recommend our buys in the sports card investment report, they have gone down a little bit in May, even through May. And so I think like we are reaching the LeBron floor if we're not there already. And it's kind of like we never really
Mm-hmm.
know like what the floor is going to be until like after it's already past us. But I do think I think you're right. I think it's a great buying opportunity for LeBron. He's number 31 overall on our list. And I think that there's some cards that, I said this on Hoops and Cards with Gary. He's a new friend of the show, and he
Gary
joined
V.
me on the basketball card strategy show as well. Not Gary V, Gary U.
Gary U.
Close to V. The letters look the same, but Gary U.
So
Me
he's
about
a more
LeBron.
rounded. He's a more rounded Gary V.
He's a more well-rounded Gary. You could say that. That's very, very, very well done there, Kendall.
Sure, he would appreciate that.
I think 2003 Tops. I think 2003 Fleer. I think 2003 even like Bazooka has a card. I would just avoid Upper Deck. I think Upper Deck just has unfortunately too many rookie cards, and and so, but yeah, I think LeBron. I don't know. I'm not a guy that's gonna tell you to buy like later on in his career prisms and stuff like that. I'm not a guy that's gonna like tell you to buy the dunk card, like the Kobe tribute dunk. I don't know that those are investable cards. I think they're great for collectors, but yeah, I think that now's a great time if you want to drop some money on LeBron rookies. I totally agree, and that's why we've kept him in the top. Like I know 31 doesn't seem high for LeBron. There's a lot of guys that I've got Darius Garland and LaMelo Ball ahead of him.
Because of the opportunity to buy in lower.
Because of the opportunity to buy in lower, because they have more investable cards. I think we're looking at a little bit of a different generation where you've got, LeBron doesn't have many autos. LeBron, like to find a really investable LeBron card, you've got to go like try to find some kind of pop count. Versus like LaMelo has serial numbered on card auto stuff that's just like brilliant. Same thing. Garland is an Upper Deck exclusive, so he's a little bit weird to invest in too. But he's got he's a tricky one because of that. But I think like the younger guys have more investable cards, lower prices, and maybe just this like they're not going to be LeBron. Don't get me wrong, but they don't have to do the things that LeBron has to do to move his card prices. That's another factor. Like people will be like, why not LeBron? Point. Why not LeBron? I don't disagree, but I think LeBron has markers. LeBron has markers. You mentioned a bunch of them, and they're totally legitimate. But are those markers really big enough to move his card value more than like a few percentage points at a time over a long period of time? I don't know.
See,
if he wins another
don't
championship,
think it as a swing play,
absolutely.
But I don't see it as a swing play. I'm thinking like, I mean, if you've got, like if you're looking at it like a portfolio, we talk about GOAT, stars, and flyers, right? If you have an opportunity to buy low on a GOAT, go for it, and so it's like like snatch a LeBron you like, put it in a vault, and let it grow 3 to 5% every year, and it, we've seen over LeBron's career, his haters are always just like a hater of success for the most part, or like a hater of the way he does things. We never see like he's not, he's not moral failing, like he's not.
There's no reason to hate LeBron other than
scandal. Right.
Other than
There's
being
no
a hater.
LeBron, other than he's the best, and you just hate that. So
yeah, exactly. I agree with you. He's going to be relevant in culture. He's a good GOAT investment in your portfolio to not necessarily spike in value, but to be something that's not going to really dip that much either from where he is now. So I really like that play. Anything else on the NBA or NBA playoff takeaways before I switch gears here, man?